Right. Ma'am, you are now considered trespassing. You have been actually. Your card is not here. I just spoke with the manager.
Loser.
She already approached me, pushed me, touched me.
I don't have to answer you. Who the fuck are you?
Talking to her. She's
I make more money than you ever make in a lifetime. What are you? Who are you?
You're
a loser. You're a lowlife. You're a black loser. You think you're big money. Who the fuck are you? What do you even have it? What do you make annually?
Yo, who do you think you are?
No, who are you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
She's not.
He's a lowlife.
Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her.
What do you make annually?
70K.
You're a 70 annually. Oh, wow. He makes a lot of money. 70K. That's what my sister makes. You're a fucking animal. Loser. I'm right here.
She's back. She's still in.
If you're just coming across this YouTube channel, you're welcome. And today we'll be focusing on the declination and the wake-up call for all immigrants in the United States, because the recent developments that are taking place seem to be touching all kinds of racial groups and persons. And so most races who were in previous times kind of sidelined are now being affected. So we'll be looking at those and we'll be diving right into those videos. Credits to the original content creators. If you're coming across my YouTube channel, you are welcome. Please feel free to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, and you'll be notified whenever we bring up new and exciting content. Before we proceed, all credits to the original content creator. At the end of the video, we'll come to give you our thoughtful analysis. So let's dive right into the video now.
And y'all know it's a lot that I disagree with when it comes to certain FBA rhetoric, certain shit I don't agree with. But one thing that I am more and more leaning towards as far as their rhetoric is, I'm not gonna say how can I say it without sounding crazy? I see what they be saying about y'all immigrants though, like people that's not from America and that came here from other places. Like I see what they be talking about. I literally see. At first I used to be like, oh no, y'all tripping, y'all this. But the more things go on, I be like, I see what FBA be talking about when it comes to them immigrants. I just don't like how y'all be like trying to bully people if they don't agree with something. Y'all will be like, oh, you must not be black, you must not be this. That's the type of shit I don't like about y'all. But I'm starting to see what y'all be talking about with them immigrants though, honestly.
If you want to know if you have power or not, use the word delineation. It's strong when we use it. Think about this. If Mexico or the Mexicans decided to delineate today, who the fuck care? If the Italians, if the Cubans, the Panamanians, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, any of them African countries decided to delineate from us, who would care? We'd play the world's smallest fucking violin. You know why we wouldn't care? Because we are not dependent on their identity, their ethnonym, their ethnicity, their legacy, their history of anything. We have it all already, right? So when we say that we're delineating, it is cutting off a vehicle that was used to undermine specifically us. Yeah. They wanted to undermine us. They've been undermining us. And people will come up to this panel acting like this is a new phenomenon. It's been 60 plus years of this experience, right? And it has not been a good experience. It has not been transactional. It has not led to our people moving anywhere beyond where we were in the 1960s. Okay? Have we come a long way? Yeah, but have we gone the wrong way? That is the question. The delineation movement is very powerful, my people, because it puts us in a position, a very unique position to take our people where we should have gone a long time ago. Delineation is us taking up the mantle and saying to our ancestors, we accept the responsibility. We accept this challenge. And we may lose some people along the way, but it's going to be well worth it. We're not worried about who we are losing. We're worried about what our future gains. That separates us from people fleeing their oppression under any circumstance. Okay? So don't let anybody tug on your emotional heartstrings Don't be discouraged by being called certain names or whatever the case may be. It's not effective as the word delineation. If these indigenous people, the Semaine, the Lano, the Batek, the Aetas, okay, the Melanesians, okay, the Polynesians, if they just delineated today, will nobody even budge? Okay. If the Europeans delineated, nobody would budge. When the Europeans delineated from us here on their soil, we created our own institutions of economic and social excellence. We thrived outside of the system. When people delineate from us, we do better. When we're left to our own devices, we do way better. That's not the same that can be said about a lot of these other places that we can investigate today. You know what I mean? So continue on with this delineation movement. It is very powerful. You've seen how powerful it is in the right hands. When we say we're delineating, it is felt. It impacts people's future. It impacts their plans to migrate or to not migrate, right? To cosplay or to not cosplay, right? Delineation is very important, my people. Keep the movement strong and keep it alive.
Black person is African American. Ooh, controversial, right? I've done my research. I choose to call myself a Black American. One, well, I was born in America. My parents were born in America. My grandparents were born in America. That's all that I can trace back. Then it goes into Native American, European and things like that. So how are you an African American? You guys know that not all people that had brown skin or that was of African descent were slaves in America, right? Because then you would be saying that, you mean to tell me not one person from the whole continent of Africa came over to America when it's been documented that several did, and they were not slaves. They came over on their own free will, just like the Spanish did also? Did they not have boats and ships? Because history says that they did. So when people are like, oh, well, you're African American. No, I'm Black American. Once you get 3 generations out, you're no longer from that place. Your blood is now American blood. Why don't we call people that are from the UK, their ancestry maybe down the line, British Americans? Why are Black people the only one that's called African Americans? It's kind of like it's still trying to keep us separate. I'm a Black American.
Y'all see all those rainbow flags? This was in New York City, where this lady, she looked like she runs a daycare, throwing all these racial slurs towards this Black man that was just trying to do his job. She was told to leave because she was harassing a group of people at a table inside that lounge. They had to trespass her, and this is her response, just throwing racial slurs out there and insulting this man for working, doing his job. 70,000, 2 jobs. And this is how he's treated at work. It's not a white person, right? Not a white person. And no one intervened to check her. Whatever group of people she belonged to, it looked like she belongs to the daycare, those people that be running those daycares and learning centers. That look like her group. But they need to check their people, because this is not acceptable. Right, this is not acceptable on any level. And this is NYC. This is in New York City at a lounge. And you've seen the rainbow flags out there. the rainbow flags out there. So this is supposed to be an inclusive area.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I wanted to talk a little bit today about what I think when someone asks me, when will delineation end? Almost like in a finger wagging kind of way, like when will this delineation end? When is this delineation ending? Or when will this delineation end, brother? All of that. And if that made you uncomfortable, this content is probably not for you, so you can keep scrolling if you feel uncomfortable. But when people ask, when will delineation end? I want you to pay attention to who's asking, because that question has a built-in shelf life to it. And delineation, or self-definition and self-preservation, is really something that every other ethnic group practices, but we're the only ones being asked about a shelf life. And, when's this thing going to be wrapped up? Have you delineated? But delineation does not have a shelf life. It's an awareness. And we are beginning to wake up to what that awareness actually means, and just beginning to put into practice what it means to preserve our identity, specifically as a lineage, as Black Americans indigenous to this soil, not as a broad Black or as a flat Black, not as the African or Caribbean diaspora that really has nothing to do with ours here, and not as a subcategory to the latest, greatest flat minority term, but us specifically. And when people want that to end, it's usually because our specificity is costing them something. Maybe they were riding under the umbrella of a flat Blackness, making claims that were never theirs to make. Maybe our delineation draws a line they'd rather not see, making them uncomfortable and left to lament a reality that they would rather not face. But that's not our problem. It can't be, because delineation is healthy. Here's what it actually does for us. It allows for the disaggregation of data. Data that specifically shows what's happening to us, not what's happening to some broad minority term, but to us specifically. It protects our specific claims, our historical claims that belong to this lineage and to no one else. It preserves our ethnic identity and stops ethnic erasure. It puts us on a path to a protected class status, as we should be in this country, because they have redefined us before and folded us into categories that served everyone else's interests but ours. Delineation says, that ain't happening again. And once you come into this awareness as a lineage, you don't step back out of it. That's not how awareness works. You cannot unknow what you now know. So when they ask, when will delineation end? The honest answer is, it doesn't. This is our lens going forward. This becomes our lens in which we see policy, in which we see data. This becomes the lens in which we see who keeps getting left out of every conversation that claims to be about us. We are a specific ethnic group here, specific to this country. We deserve specific protections, specific data, and specific recognition. And that's just the beginning, considering we built this country. So keep naming it, keep protecting it, keep moving with intention, keep letting our people know. Because an awareness this important doesn't get a shelf life. It gets a legacy. Be honest, not offended.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. The term Black was something that was used in describing everyone who had melanated skin, whether you are Hispanic, whether you're Mexico, whether you are from Africa, or whether you are the foundational Black American. But in recent times, there's given a cause for the clear demarcation between these various minority groups. And the foundational Black Americans are saying, we don't share the same historical storylines. When the African Americans came to the US or America, they were welcomed. According to the videos we watched, they were received, but along the way, they began to get the same racial slurs and treatment that they were getting from the white imperialist masters of old. And they're asking themselves a question: are we not all Blacks? And if we're Blacks, why would we have segregation even among minority groups? Why would we have our fellow Blacks treat us in such debasing way and demeaning way, like the video we watched, where we saw that Black American immigrant teacher who is thought to believe, allegedly is a primary school teacher, treating that, young hardworking man who was doing two jobs to take care of his family anyhow. and insulting him. And so this is raising a debate even yet among the FBA's community, and it gives really great concern for thoughts. If you're coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. Please do free to hit that subscription button and to support your brother. I want us to have the conversation in the comment section. I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are as we continue to bring you fresh and exciting content. See you on the next video.